The Mauser C96 is a semi-automatic pistol that was originally produced by German arms manufacturer Mauser from 1896 to 1937. Unlicensed copies of the gun were also manufactured in Spain and China in the first half of the 20th century. The distinctive characteristics of the C96 are the integral box magazine in front of the trigger, the long barrel, the wooden shoulder stock which gives it the stability of a short-barreled rifle and doubles as a holster or carrying case, and an iconic grip shaped like the handle of a broom. The grip earned the gun the nickname broom handle in the English-speaking world, because of its round wooden handle, and in China the C96 was nicknamed the box cannon because of its rectangular internal magazine and the fact that it could be holstered in its wooden box-like detachable stock. With its long barrel and high-velocity cartridge, the Mauser C96 had superior range and better penetration than most other pistols of its era. The 7.63 x 25 mm Mauser cartridge was the highest velocity commercially manufactured pistol cartridge until the advent of the .357 Magnum cartridge in 1935. Mauser manufactured approximately 1 million C96 pistols, while the number produced in Spain and China was large but unknown due to the non-existence or poor preservation of production records from those countries. Within a year of its introduction in 1896, the C96 had been sold to governments and commercially to civilians and individual military officers. The Mauser C96 pistol was extremely popular with British officers at the time, and many purchased it privately. Mauser supplied the C96 to Wesley Richards in the UK for resale. By the onset of World War I, the C96's popularity with the British military had waned. As a military sidearm, the pistols saw service in various colonial wars, as well as World War I, the Easter Rising, the Estonian War of Independence, the Spanish Civil War, the Chinese Civil War, and World War II. The C96 also became a staple of Bolshevik commissars from one side and various warlords and gang leaders from another in the Russian Civil War, known simply as the Mauser. Communist revolutionaries Yakov Yurovsky and Peter Ermakov used Mausers to execute the former Russian imperial family in July 1918. Winston Churchill was fond of the Mauser C96 and used one at the 1898 Battle of Omdurman, and during the Second Boer War, Lawrence of Arabia carried a Mauser C96 for a period, during his time in the Middle East. Indian revolutionary Ram Prasad Bismil and his partymen used these Mauser pistols in the historic Kakori train robbery in August 1925. Chinese Communist General Juda carried a Mauser C96 during his Nanchang uprising and later conflicts. His gun can be viewed in the Beijing War Museum. 3 Mauser C96s were used in the killing of Spanish Prime Minister Eduardo Dato in 1921. Imported and domestic copies of the C96 were used extensively by the Chinese in the Second Sino-Japanese War and the Chinese Civil War, as well as by the Spanish during the Spanish Civil War and the Germans in World War II. Besides the standard 7.63 x 25 mm chambering, C96 pistols were also commonly chambered for 9 x 19 mm Parabellum, with a small number also being produced in 9 mm Mauser export. In 1940, Mauser officials proposed using the C96 as the vehicle for an upgrade to the 9 x 25 mm Mauser export cartridge to match the ballistics of the .357 Magnum. Lastly, there was a Chinese-manufactured model chambered for .45 ACP. Despite the pistol's worldwide popularity and fame, China was the only nation to use the C96 as the primary service pistol of its military and police. The C96 frequently appears as a foreign or exotic pistol in a number of films, such as The Great Silence, where Jean-Louis Trintignant's use of the C96 intentionally contrasts with the Colt single-action army revolvers used by the other characters in the film, and TV shows, owing to its distinctive and instantly recognizable shape. Author Ian Fleming outfitted agents of SMERSH in the James Bond series with Mausers on the advice of firearms expert Jeffrey Boothroyd. The C96 was the inspiration for the Buck Rogers atomic pistol in the movie Serial and the comic, and a popular toy version was produced in 1934 by the Daisy Manufacturing Company. A C96 was modified to form Han Solo's prop blaster pistol for the Star Wars films, under the name Blastech DL-44 Heavy Blaster Pistol. Reproductions of the blaster became so popular in the cosplay community that gun collectors became aware that fans were buying and altering increasingly rare original Mausers to make blaster replicas.
We have taken objective butter.